platform crash, but we are back. We're good to go. I wonder if we are on YouTube. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll
us
just
know.
carry on. So thank you, Arthur Moore, for stopping by. I know we talked about you on the podcast, or excuse me, on that little clip there. I did want to say I apologize for any of the sound issues. We had an echo cancellation issue on his microphone, but we fixed that now. So in the future, that won't be an issue. We appreciate all of your patience. Thank you so much. With that being said, what's next, guys? I think
My transition at the end there was supposed
I
to
saw.
have like magic sparkles.
Oh,
and it was
we were
supposed to be
still
magic
live.
hands.
We were still live. I
Oh.
appreciate it.
Oh no! I'm just saying it wasn't the full vision.
You didn't have the full vision. Well, next week we'll make Tanaki do some
It's okay.
editing.
Well, we also got, Uncle Steve joining us over here with some strain mixology and stuff like that. So,
Yep,
we
yep.
definitely have to get into that conversation.
Yeah. What's some good mix-ins lately?
Well, I haven't had any great mix-ins lately, unfortunately, but I have had a do not try. And yeah, that was
A new
interesting.
warning. Don't
Yeah.
try this, folks.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home.
It
Not
was
so fun mix.
blueberry and diesel lilac or
Lilac, diesel, and
Yeah.
blueberry.
Individually, great. Mixed, no, not so
Interesting.
much. Just
Those
weird.
flavors just don't play together good.
Yeah, the flavors didn't mix well. And then it was a real heavy head high, like high blood pressure and your head high.
Oh, you
And
felt
yeah.
like you had more like headache
Like a
pressure.
congestion or something.
Yeah, like your sinuses are plugged up
Yeah.
or something. And then on top of that, any of the good stuff, I only lasted for like a half an hour. So I powered through my mix because nobody wants to waste anything. But don't try that.
If you need
or,
help.
or do try it and confirm it.
If you need help burning it, swing by.
Right.
Yeah, I've had a very similar experience to that in the past, where you smoke one bowl and you get pretty stoned, and then you smoke another bowl of a different kind, and it's almost like being something about the terpenes mixed just right, and it's like, phew, it's like coming back, sitting there, and you're like, huh, that's bizarre. I had an experience like that with some White Widow once. This was several years ago at this point, but something about it. And it actually kind of made me not enjoy that strain anymore, to be honest with you. I know strains are so, depends on who you are, what you're doing, what you want to use it for, all of that. So don't take my word for it. But for me, White Widow's not my favorite.
I totally different train of thought, but on the terpenes still.
Yeah.
I took I mixed 2 dabs together and took it, and I swear to God, the dab or the high only lasted a couple minutes, and was just kind of felt bullshitty, and I was like, whatever, okay, fine. So I took another one, and it also just only lasted a few minutes, and I was like, oh God, maybe it's me, maybe I'm broken,
So do
maybe
you
I
think-
need a tolerance break.
Do you think
then I
certain
tried
terpenes
something.
cancel each other out?
That's kind of the conclusion that I'm kind of starting to form here as we're talking about mixing different strains and stuff together. I mean, they were probably still doing different effects in the body, but the head high that I wanted just wasn't there.
Yeah.
It just canceled out.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I definitely get that a lot.
Because you said that each one of the strains individually was good.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
just mixing them just
Yeah, individually
Totally
they
threw it off.
were good smokes because I still had quite a bit of each left, so I smoked it individually, and yeah, it was still good standard.
Yeah. Right on.
yeah.
For sure. Huh? Oh. Freaking hand signals and shit.
I was hoping
Charlie.
the hand signals would pass, but apparently not.
Sorry.
Okay.
We dabbed during that interview and maybe smoked a couple of things as well. And yeah, I wasn't tracking. I'm sorry.
That's all right. My brain's firing on all 4 cylinders still. I got that caffeine going.
I saw you mining something.
What?
We're, I think, on a different planet, not you and I.
Yeah.
Back tables.
Energy drink alone.
We should. Yeah, Hannah gave us like shots of energy drink.
Looks like we got Montana Mama back out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we're good. We're
Hey,
back.
welcome back.
We're good. We're
Thanks for
totally
coming
back. So thanks for coming back, everyone. Sorry about that technical difficulty. We did prove one thing. If we restart our program and go live again, we rejoin. So we're good to go.
Yeah,
Hell
definitely.
yeah. Get all of the problems done all at once.
The other thing you could do real quick is smash that like button down there. Hit some subscribe and follow.
Yep.
And
Let your
share.
friend know.
Indeed.
So, Should we do some strain of the week
Yeah.
or news with Nate?
Let's jump into strain of the week. We're actually almost at an hour, believe it or not. I know we had some technical difficulties in the long video there, so
Well, we also started a little late.
yeah, true. Let's hop right on into strain of the week. Enjoy.
Heck yeah.
Black mamba in my system got me moving slow-mo, eyes low, but the vision still in go mode. Rolling up that venom, watch the smoke rise. Purple hues, deep roots, man, this strain wise. Buried with the earth tones, taste so divine. Hit once, laid back, now I'm lost in time. Smooth like a snake, let it creep in my brain. No stress, no pain, just the mamba domain. Black mamba taking me higher. Indica waves, feel the fire. Sativa dreams fade away. Heavy on my chest, I levitate. Catch lock, but my mind's still running. Late night vibes, no need for discussion. Let it take over, I don't complain. One more hit, then I'm deep in the game. Bass thumping, heart steady, slow. Mama strikes when you least even know. Twisting through dimensions, breaking all zones. Tell me why I feel at home. I levitate. Couch locked, but my mind's still running. Late night vibes, no need for discussion. Let it take over, I don't complain. One more hit, then I'm deep in the game. Bass thumping, heart steady, slow. Mamba strikes when you least even know. Twisting through dimensions, breaking all zones. Tell me why I feel at home. Slow-mo living, but I'm still winning.
It might be.
Oh, strain of the week. I will bring us back.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back. Strain of the week. What do we got? Black Mamba. You guys voted for it, so here we made a song.
Dude,
I hope
I've
you
been
guys
voting
enjoyed
for
it.
this damn thing for like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and finally they delivered.
Yeah, buddy. Who else out there voted multiple weeks in a row on this? Because I know that this has been on the voting list for quite some time. So
I voted for it once or twice before.
yeah. Okay, so what beat it?
I have no clue.
Oh, fair enough.
Got like the last 52 strains.
Yeah, true. I'm surprised
butter?
though because Black Mamba is made from Granddaddy Perp and Black Dominant. Not that I've heard of Black Dominant before, but of course Granddaddy Perp being one of the most famous and popular indica strains out there. A direct lineage child like Black Mamba, hard indica marijuana strain. I personally feel like we don't see enough pure indicas and pure sativas anymore. It's so hybrid these days. I guarantee you, everyone does this. Every dispensary, you have two lists, right? Indica, sativa. Well, I'll tell you what, the spectrum of cannabis strains is, I don't know, maybe 7 deep or something, I would say.
Yeah.
Realistically, if you wanted to get into it. But
Between ruderalis, all kinds of other.
absolutely. Well, and just with terp profiles, right?
Speaking of terp profiles,
Yeah.
this Black Mamba is dominant in the limonene, pinene, and caryophyllene.
Gonna
So a
have the
citrusy
pepper.
pine pepper.
Ooh. That sounds like it'd be good, like on a barbecue chicken or something.
You know,
Oh. So,
Lemon pepper.
some black mamba chicken.
Black Mamba chicken.
it looks
All
like
right, now I'm inspired.
yeah,
We're inspired.
it looks like Black Mama comes in.
Fun.
Looks like Black Mama normally comes in around 19%. Of course, we always know how to boost those numbers up these days with those PGRs. Making this strain an ideal choice for experienced cannabis consumers. The effects of Black Mamba are believed to be euphoric and relaxing. Makes sense, being that
Happy and
indica.
sleepy.
Yeah, I bet you it's a short squat plant too.
It also makes users feel happy and sleepy.
Yep. Happy and
Medical-
sleepy.
Ooh, it does say that medical marijuana patients choose black mamba to help alleviate symptoms of anxiety, arthritis, and bipolar disorder.
Interesting.
I think we're gonna have to find some of that.
Yeah. Or at least order some seeds and get that going.
Ooh, and it looks like there are phenos of this that have a dominant myrcene, which
Ooh.
features a grape and floral with an earthy berry
That's
flavor.
That's definitely my jam right there.
Yep, same.
Yep,
Like
that would
those
be some
earthy
genetics to definitely get a hold of.
You. If anybody has any Black Mamba out there, let us know, and maybe we'll be able to stop by, pick some up, try it out.
Absolutely.
So, with this kind of a strain right here, not hearing of it very much, I'm wondering if it's going to be one of those strains that's like clone only, if it's going to be hard to get seeds to, or if it's sort of a protected type of genetic.
Right.
It's gonna be like a local obscurity,
Yeah.
It could even be, I mean,
or well, like not our local, but area specific obscurity.
absolutely. It could be something like Montana Silvertip, right? Where a company in a certain state bred it and sold it within the state, but probably it isn't spreading out too far. Although I think that particular strain, or at least that company, does do business internationally, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's possible.
Well, and they just had their big brouhaha up there in the Big Apple, where they worked
Oh,
with
right.
Zigzag, and they had Cannabis Now media up on one of the jumbotrons there in the middle of New York.
Dang,
So,
that's crazy.
yeah, they're definitely blowing up and doing a lot of good things over there at Lionheart and Cannabis Now media magazine. So
Yeah.
Chris Vanuzzi and the crew.
You know, I don't know if we're going to end up talking about it in the news, but since you bring up New York, I've been seeing some complaints recently from the New York residents that the streets are starting to stink a little
Yeah.
bit. I find that kind of funny because I've been to New York and I can tell you that the streets already stank.
Right. I mean, so
were
if
just
they're
used to
smelling
the
like
old
cannabis,
stank.
they're definitely an improvement upon the old stank.
I think so. I certainly think so. Oh, that's
But we
hilarious.
might be a little bit biased and a little bit nose blind.
For sure.
But
Definitely.
the one thing that is going to be in the news, we were talking about terpenes and stuff like that. There's a special surprise that I've got out there when it comes to that.
Very exciting.
Well, shoot, we will learn about this or that right after this.
What in tarnation? It's just silent. Very absolute silence.
Turn up the lights, let's start the show. Nate's got the scoop you need to know.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that.
Cannabis updates fresh and real. Tune in with Nate, it's the big deal. Cannabis news with Nate, let's go. Every story makes you glow. Stay informed, don't be late. Cannabis news with Nate.
At least we can't blooper
All right,
reel
and
anymore.
we're back.
Now we are.
All right, and we're back with the news, guys. So, like I was telling you, we've got a couple of things going on out there with the terpenes and maybe the THCs. But first, we're going to talk about some stuff that's going on up in Capitol Hill. A little bit of common sense going on up there. People pushing for some good reform. Bipartisan effort from Representative Earl Blumenauer and Representative Nancy Mace, Republican, South Carolina. So Blumenauer is Democrat out of Oregon, Mace, Republican out of South Carolina. They've introduced a bill that basically allows the U.S. drug czar to support the position of legalizing marijuana. Right now, there's actually a law that prohibits that particular office and that particular person from coming out and speaking either way. For the most part, but they want them to be able to study and then make recommendations and stuff like that as to whether or not cannabis should be legal. So, small step in the right direction. We'll see how it all plays out, but getting more and more bipartisan bills coming in with a lot of cannabis advocacy going on. But we also have the liquor industry out there that is actively lobbying quite heavily. One, to get rid of the hemp-derived Delta 8, Delta 9 THCs.
The Farm Bill loophole and all that.
Right, trying to close that down. But then again, like we had talked before in a couple episodes, they're actually working to try to get to the position of taking over the cannabis industry, and they're saying they should be the only ones who should be able to sell cannabis because it's a substance like alcohol. They have the track record, they've done it, and they should be allowed to do it. And where they're really teeing off is the cannabis drinks. They're saying, look, it's always been our gig to sell intoxicating drinks. So when it comes to cannabis, that's an intoxicating drink is how they're trying to classify that. So, I mean, it's pretty interesting how that battle's going on. And, you know, before nobody wanted cannabis, now everybody wants every dollar right out of cannabis.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything. No one wants something until they figure out how to make money from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like the mafia. Oh, you're in my racket now. You got to give us our cut.
Like, come on over here. We got a bigger lobbyist.
Yep.
So, as promised, so move over THC and CBD. There is a new kid in the terpene hood.
Ooh.
Yeah, so THCP-A. A team of lab researchers at the Cannabis Chemistry Subdivision of the American Chemical Society. Holy shit. Whoa. That is one name.
That's a mouthful.
Just discovered this rare cannabinoid, and basically they're saying that it was uncharted, undocumented before they found it, laid it out there, and they're associating it probably with some pretty good medical attributes and stuff like that. And so finding strains that are high in this particular new THC and
What were
terpene.
those letters again?
It's THCP-A.
Dang.
Does it give you the long one?
No, and I probably couldn't even pronounce
Yeah,
it.
okay, I just was asking so I could try and butcher it.
Tetrahydrocannabinol, blah, 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 blah. And-
I
Feeling
know I'm
groggy.
trying to think of what the P would be.
Yeah.
Phosphorus, probably.
Got
that.
a lot of phosphorus.
Let me
tonight.
follow up with that next week.
Oh, maybe I can find some sort of question on it.
Ooh, you know what? Haha. Great question.
Oh boy. Plotting against you guys in the chat.
No, maybe give them something to research. Maybe they'll know the answers next week.
Yeah.
If you're here, do a little bit of pre-googling. You might have a bonus next week. Oh.
Pre-googling.
You got a bonus answer out there. Yeah, it was the Wine and Spirits Wholesalers of America who are actively lobbying the Congress pretty hard. So,
Wow.
but yeah, screw those guys. Leave cannabis alone. Leave it to the people who started the cannabis business.
That was quite
Yeah,
loud.
I don't know where that feedback came from.
That it's sounding a little on the quiet side, so I was trying to adjust a little bit, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Maybe I'll get a little deeper into the mic here. So, the other thing that's pretty heavy right now is the advertising rules and laws. There's a lot of people advocating for an open forum of cannabis advertising throughout all markets. Colorado, they're pretty liberal in what they allow you to do. Montana, absolutely not. You're not going to see billboards up there saying, we've got $100 ounces about every 20 feet going down the highway. So,
Right.
but that's one of the main issues that they're going to be covering at MJ BizCon is how to really get past the Facebook bans, how to really get past a lot of this stuff. So any of you guys who are looking at possibly going to MJ BizCon, there's a lot of stuff out there that's, you know, very informational. Stop by some of the booths out there, check it out. And for that, that's a wrap on the news.
Dang.
Dang, not much this week.
You know, the legislative session is over in Montana. It ended. The tomfoolery is over. So,
See you in 2 years about that, folks.
right. So yeah, we have Senate Bill 27, basically going to be law of the land. We've got a couple of small changes that got pushed through, but overall, still going to be the same old program.
Well, since we are done with the news, I think we will wrap her up for the night for this episode.
We
So-
appreciate all you guys out there in the chat.
What was Anthony Moore?
Arthur Moore.
Sorry,
yeah.
excuse me. Arthur Moore, thank you for coming and joining us and having that great, lovely talk.
And definitely Uncle Steve, thank you for dropping by, sharing that mixology with us.
Heck yeah.
Everybody stay lifted.
Have a good one.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.